Welcome to This Explainer. You know, if you're completely exhausted by the relentless race to the bottom, if you're tired of just fighting for scraps, you're going to want to pay very, very close attention today. We're unpacking the core framework of Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers. And guys, this isn't about incremental growth. We're exploring a source material that decodes an aggressive, elite cheat code to reality that fundamentally rewires how you view wealth creation, pricing, and value. The whole point here is to make your competition literally irrelevant. Okay, let's dive right into this with a quote straight from the framework. The promise here is that if you apply these principles correctly, you can sell and earn so much money that even your parents will start questioning if what you're doing is legal. I mean, no way, right? It's a wildly provocative claim, but it perfectly captures the intense, high-stakes tone of this blueprint. When you structure a business flawlessly, the financial returns start looking less like a successful quarter and more like a glitch in the matrix. So, to achieve that staggering level of success, here's the four-step tactical strike we're going to execute today. 1. Forge an incomparable product. 2. Hunt a starving market. 3. Do the unthinkable and charge so much it hurts. And 4. Architect the irresistible offer. Let's jump straight into phase 1, forging an incomparable product. And the subtitle here is key. We are escaping the illusion of fair competition.
Here's the thing. Most entrepreneurs are totally trapped in a loser's game. They don't have enough clients, profits are low, so what do? They panic and drop the prices. They genuinely think fairness means being the cheapest option. Actually, scratch that. It's more like they're treating their business like a commodity. Think of a standard apple at the grocery store. An apple is just an apple. If the store across the street sells it for 5 cents less, boom, you lose the customer. But the elite way to play the game? You build a differentiated product. Instead of selling some basic $50 a month weight loss coaching subscription, you sell a guaranteed one-time fee transformation. You include custom apps, personalized plans, and ironclad promise. You create something so completely unique that prospects literally cannot price shop. You aren't competing anymore, folks. You are selling in an absolute vacuum.
Now, what's really interesting about this next slide is how it leads into phase 2, hunting a starving market using radar metrics for highly vulnerable niches. Think about it. You could be selling the absolute greatest steak in the world, but if you set up your food truck outside a vegan convention, you're dead in the water. Ignore this, and you get hit with a serious financial jump scare. The source material shares this unbelievable story. A creator pushed a $300 online course to a massive YouTube audience. We're talking 1.1 million subscribers. The result? Zero. Literally zero sales. Why? Because that massive audience was almost entirely based in countries where $300 is an entire month's salary. A huge crowd means absolutely nothing if they don't actually have the purchasing power. To make sure you never hit that zero sales nightmare, you absolutely must use these 4 radar metrics to scan for lucrative markets. Number 1, deep pain. You need to sell them a painkiller they are desperate for right now, not some vitamin they might want down the road. 2, purchasing power. As we just saw, they actually need the capital to afford your premium prices. 3, easy to target. If you can't easily find them in specific groups or mailing lists, you can't sell to them. And 4, growing. You want to ride the wave of an industry that's expanding like wildfire, not sink with a dying one like the daily newspaper. But you know, the most absolutely crucial rule here is this: do not sell to everyone. If you try to sell to everybody, you end up selling to nobody. You have to niche down, and I mean aggressively. Don't just sell a generic time management course. Sell time management specifically designed for health professionals. Better yet, sell it exclusively to night shift nurses. When a night shift nurse sees that offer, they don't just think, oh cool, another productivity course. They think, wow, this is a lifesaver made exactly for me. And once you've nailed your unique product and your starving market, we move into phase 3, charge so much it hurts. This is all about the extortion and the value equation. So the crucial point is really grasping the fundamental difference between price and value. Price is simply the cash your customer hands over out of pocket. Value is what they actually get in return. A sale only happens, the trigger is only pulled when the perceived value of your offer completely eclipses the price tag. We are not just blindly slapping a zero on our prices here. We're manipulating and engineering the perceived value to be so unbelievably massive that even a sky-high price tag feels like an absolute steal. Because charging premium prices creates this insane snowball effect. Think about it. When someone pays a massive premium, their emotional investment shoots through the roof. They actually do the work. And because they paid more, you now have the capital to hire the absolute best talent and build the highest quality resources. Better resources plus highly invested clients? That inevitably equals phenomenally high customer results. So charging more literally forces you to deliver a superior product. It builds total market dominance.
So, how do we actually engineer that massive value? It all comes down to mastering the value equation. You want an irresistible offer? You maximize the top two variables. You push their dream outcome to the absolute limit so they feel perfectly understood, and you maximize the perceived likelihood of achievement, meaning they are 100% certain you can deliver. But listen closely, because the real, staggering wealth, it's hiding in the bottom row. You have to relentlessly decrease the time delay, getting them results fast, and fiercely decrease the effort and sacrifice it takes for them to get there.
And when you're trying to minimize that time and effort, remember this. You don't always need logical, super expensive solutions. Psychological solutions are often way more powerful. Think about a slow elevator. The logical solution is dropping millions of dollars to build a faster motor. The psychological solution? Slap a cheap mirror in the elevator. People get distracted looking at themselves, and you completely manipulate their perception of time. That's what you need to seek out. Low-cost psychological hacks that absolutely skyrocket perceived value. Let's move to and see how this builds into the climax. Phase 4, architecting the irresistible offer. Or as it's perfectly described here, the trap. All right, here's your 5-step tactical checklist to build this trap. Step 1, identify their exact dream outcome. Step 2, aggressively list every single granular problem standing in their way. If it's weight loss, don't just write down dieting. No, write, grocery shopping is stressful, cooking takes forever, healthy food tastes bland. Get specific. Step 3, reverse every single one of those problems into a how-to solution. Step 4, brainstorm your delivery vehicles. Is it an app, a one-on-one call, a quick text thread? And finally, step 5, trim and stack.
Now, trimming and stacking is the absolute masterstroke of this entire blueprint. Look, you might brainstorm some incredibly effective solutions, like, I don't know, literally moving into your client's house to cook every meal for them, right? High value, for sure, but impossibly high cost and totally unscalable. You gotta ruthlessly trim those ideas out. Instead, you aggressively stack low-cost, high-value solutions. We're talking digital templates, custom apps, recorded grocery tours, foolproof meal calculators. You build these assets once at basically zero cost, and you can deliver them infinitely. You are literally providing a tailored solution for absolutely every single obstacle your client might face, making failure functionally impossible.
So here we are at the end of the masterclass. The blueprint is right in front of you. You know how to break free from commoditized pricing. You know exactly how to hunt vulnerable, starving niches. You understand the mechanics of extortionate value, and you know how to architect an offer that logically traps your prospect. So what does this all mean for you? Well, the only question left is this. Are you going to keep racing to the bottom with the amateurs, or are you ready to completely rewrite the rules of your reality? Take this framework, go apply it relentlessly, and change the game. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you guys next time.